Ooh, let's check this one out, huh? Top 10 dark UFO sightings with multiple witnesses. Sounds like fun. Had a little issue here, little copyright issue with the last live stream they had up, so it got booted, and that is a mistake. We will do our best not to repeat in the future. So we're gonna go for some content. We are pretty sure it's more on the safe side this time. Maybe, hopefully. Hopefully not copywritten. So, wish us luck. Alright? And let's see what this one's about. Or see what information's in here. We know what it's about, but let's see what's up.
Are aliens real? Honestly, this video is going to convince you that they are. From an alien sighting that impacted a whole town to strange lights in the sky seen by hundreds of people. Let's talk about these real-life UFO sightings and more only on today's Top 10 list. But before I go any further, I need to talk to you guys about a new streaming service that I've been obsessed with lately called Magellan.
Ooh. She's cute. Alright. Back to it.
TV, who is actually
not where I paused it though. Where I paused it before, that wasn't cute. But she's cute.
Sponsor. I've talked about them before, and I still continue to use their platform to stream a bunch of documentaries. Magellan TV is a membership streaming service founded by filmmakers that work closely with a team of producers and curators to make premium content that is always informative and takes the audience on a journey deep into the documentary's content. They have over 3,000 titles to choose from.
Okay, that's we can skip that. You over here trying to sell me stuff. We don't need that, do we? Do we? Let's see. Okay. Alright, I think we're right here. Yep.
Oh boy, did I love it. It's hosted by good old William Shatner as part of the series Weird or What? And it's weird.
Still talking about movies. Still talking about movies. Okay. Where are we at? Okay, it's gonna be nope, that's gonna be movie talk. I'm gonna guess right about around here.
The farmer is burned to death in his car. Suspicious? I think so. That's just one of the real stories that they explore in that documentary. And what's great is that the shows are available.
Still talking about shows. Okay. Alright, I think this is it. Okay. I think we're finally at the content. My bad. I didn't know. I didn't know where it was. I didn't know she would talk that long about documentaries. Back to it.
On July 14th, 2001, tons of individuals stopped in awe as they saw strange orange and yellow lights in a V formation in the sky. It was just after midnight when these mysterious lights appeared. They were so strange that a number of drivers stopped along the highway to look at the sky. Apparently, these lights lasted for around 15 minutes before disappearing. Daniel Tarrant, who worked for the police department, was one of the many witnesses of this bizarre event. And apparently over a dozen calls were made to the local police department reporting these lights. It definitely freaked a lot of people out. Now, what's even...
So, it most definitely happened then, right? I mean, well... yeah, no, I mean... You don't get a town of people to call in to a police station about the same particular group of lights unless they, No, I don't know anybody who would do that. Like, somebody would say something, say, we did it as a prank at some point. So, yeah, that sounds legit. That sounds like, ain't nobody lying on that one. But, I don't know. They could still be getting their facts, mixed. There could be someone, I don't know. I have no clue who that. Like our government, like I can't picture them playing with lights like that in the sky. I mean, that weren't helicopters. I mean, maybe drones. I don't know. Let's get back to it.
Even freakier is that air traffic controllers said that it's impossible for airplanes or jets or space flights to have made that light. So that's just ruled completely out.
Well, that just pretty smacks whatever I was thinking out of the park. As for the government playing with it, but that's one traffic controller, right? I mean, let's get a couple of those guys saying the same thing. That's all I'm saying. Let's do that first. I mean, he could just have bad eyesight. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I haven't seen a UFO in my lifetime. Have you? I mean, if you have, please share. Let me know. But yeah, I have not. So back to it.
To this day, we still don't know what the mystery light show was. But of course, it's probably aliens. Coming in at number 9, we have the Pentagon footage.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh.
Okay, yeah, I seen this one. This is the Tic Tac, right? Yeah.
They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots at the west.
So in April of last year, the Pentagon released footage of what they said was an unidentified flying object. These videos were recorded back in 2004 and 2015, but were only finally released when they thought it was safe to do so. So in one of the videos, you can see what appears to be a UFO flying in the sky. It was taken by naval aviators, and it shows some sort of objects moving through the sky. In the video, you can hear the pilots are in shock at what they're seeing. In fact, one of the pilots that witnessed this phenomena and captured it on video told CNN that the disc moved in ways he couldn't explain. Apparently, 1 second it was there, and then next thing you know, it disappeared. He said, and I quote, "As I got close to it, it rapidly accelerated to the south and disappeared in less than 2 seconds. This was extremely abrupt, like a ping pong ball bouncing off a wall. It would hit and go the other way." Now that's pretty creepy if you ask me. Then play 18 seconds to 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy. The fact that it can move that quickly, like you go in one direction, all of a sudden. So he said it was like a ping pong ball, so it was going this way, and all of a sudden, boom, and going this way, boom, going the other way, boom. Man, yeah, no, that definitely stand out as something that's not man-made. You can make a hovercraft move like a gnat. You know what I'm saying? Like, gnats move when they're doop 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 doop. Seconds of it's like you're right here in your face 1 minute, and the next second they over here. Yeah. So maybe they're just gigantic insects that learned how to pilot vehicles. Nah, back to it.
O'Hare Airport saucer. On November 6th of 2006, 12 employees at the O'Hare International Airport in Chicago witnessed a saucer-shaped craft outside of the airport. Several other people outside of the airport saw this as well. It occurred at around 4:15 p.m. that day. Witnesses say that the UFO hovered in the sky for about 5 minutes before shooting upward. When it did this, it created a big hole in the clouds. Airport employees claim that this was no way an airplane. The object was dark gray in color and around 6 to 24 feet in diameter. Some say it looked like a frisbee was just spinning in the sky, but others claim it wasn't rotating, it was just hovering. What's even weirder is how the object was very quiet. Again, to this day, no one knows what on earth it was that they saw. Maybe because it wasn't from Earth. And at number 7, we have the Maury Island incident. This one is crazy. Like, I don't even know what to believe anymore. So on June 27th, 1947...
Maury Island... Maury Island incident. Okay. Let's see what's up with that, yo. Excuse me for a second. I'm just gonna do something real quick. Been arrested. Then somebody just hit me up. Know what's going down? Yes, we are up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Good stuff. I know. I'll be right there, man. I'm sorry. I'm moving fast. I swear. Give me 2 more seconds. Okay. Okay. 1 whole minute. Okay, now 30 seconds. 30 seconds. There we go. Also, guys, if you haven't, be sure to follow me on Instagram and on Twitter so that you get updated for when I go live like this. You guys can tell me straight up what you want me to react to. Okay, let's get back to it.
A man named Harold Dahl, his young son, and his dog went out on a conservation mission. While out on the fishing boat, they saw 6 donut-shaped aircrafts hovering in the air above them. The crafts then started dropping weird molten-type waste onto the lake. He described it as if it was raining lava or white metal. This ended up hitting his son's arm and the dog. The son was badly injured, and sadly the dog didn't survive. After the incident, obviously word got out, and then some man approached him.
This weird metal spilled onto his kid, and then, but it killed the dog? Bro. And no one got a sample of this weird metal and got to test it out and see where, what the properties of it was or anything like that? I don't know. Back to it, man. That sounds like a little far-fetched there.
Harold saying that he also witnessed something exactly like that. But then Harold was also approached by another guy who he called, the Men in Black, and was told not to talk about the incident. So again, pretty freaking creepy. In our 6th spot, we have the Westall UFO. Now, this next UFO sighting was actually talked about on Magellan TV's documentary called Westall 66 Suburban UFO Mystery. Another great documentary. So on April 6th of 1966 in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, a weird UFO was seen flying in the air. This was seen by more than 200 students and teachers at a nearby school. It happened at around 11 a.m. that day. The students and teachers were outside playing sports when they saw this saucer-type object in the sky. It scared a lot of the students and stunned the teachers. He described it as being a silver shiny aircraft with a purple hue to it. Others say it was more green in color. But it was twice the size of a family car. On top of that, some say they saw 1 disc, while others say that they saw 3. This incident was explored by the Victorian Flying Saucer Research Society and Phenomena Research Australia, but they haven't been able to rationalize it. To this day, it's considered one of Australia's major unexplained UFO cases. There's way more to this case than I have time to talk about, so if you want to learn more, then check out the documentary. We're now at our 5th and halfway mark.
Yeah, I might have to check out the documentary on that one, because that sounds like there's a lot more information that's being missed out. It sounds interesting. I mean, a whole town of 200 people? That should be thoroughly investigated, if you ask me. If you ask me. Back to it.
With the Stephen Stephenville sightings. Stephenville is a small and quiet town in Texas. Nothing too crazy happens there. It's mainly just known for its dairy farms. But on January 8th, 2008, something quite strange happened that rocked that quiet town. On this day, dozens of residents saw white lights above Highway 67. A local pilot claimed that the lights, and I quote, spanned about a mile long and a half a mile wide and traveled about 3,000 miles per hour. The lights were accompanied with silence. Now, the U.S. Air Force did claim that it was just a plane flying in the area, but the residents aren't buying this excuse. They said, and I quote, what they saw was too technologically advanced for current human abilities. Coming in at number 4, we have the USS Unknown Craft.
But how can you tell that from the ground? You know what I'm saying? Like how can you? I mean, they would have had to been pretty low. You know what I'm saying, for you to be able to get a good enough look on the craft to be able to, look at details to be like, okay, we definitely didn't build anything that looked like that. But if you just saw bright lights, how can you really tell? How do you really know? If you don't see the shape of the aircraft, if you saw like a perfectly, circular, ball just floating through the air, then yeah, that makes sense because where are the wings at? Like we obviously we can't build something like that can fly. But if you see it seeing like a light, it totally could be a bright light from a aircraft that is man-made, or satellite, or even a shooting star. I mean, well, not in the way that these guys are describing this incident, but you know what I mean. Yeah. I don't know. Don't know. Okay, back to it.
In 2004, a Navy missile cruiser picked up some weird radar signals coming from an unknown craft. The cruiser was sailing off the coast of Southern California when this happened. It was coming from an object in the sky. Then apparently at some point the crew saw an oval-shaped object drop into the water. The water began to churn around it. Then a few seconds later, the object shot back out of the water and accelerated away. They claim it moved more than 3 times the speed of sound and more than twice the speed of fighter jets. In our third spot, we have Kenneth Arnold. On June 24th, 1947, a private pilot named Kenneth Arnold witnessed something pretty creepy while out flying. So on that day, Kenneth was out flying looking for a U.S. Marine Corps airplane that crashed near Mount Rainier. There was a reward for anyone that could locate the plane. But while out looking, he saw 9 bright lights emitting from a shiny UFO. He claims it was traveling at around 1,200 miles per hour. Of course, if only Arnold had seen this thing, then people probably wouldn't believe him. But he wasn't the only one to witness it. A man named Fred Johnson also saw the lights and object. That same day, around the same time, he saw the object through his telescope. He also claimed that the object, whatever it was, interfered with his compass. Arnold was just going to dismiss what he saw as a mirage until Johnson came forward explaining he saw it too. In our second spot, we have the Flatwoods Monster. On September 12, 1952, 7 individuals and a dog witnessed a...
That last one... I don't know. That last one didn't seem that believable. Back to it, though.
UFO. And then they saw what they believed to be an alien. So on this day, 6 boys aged 10 to 16, a mom and a dog, were at the park playing. Okay. While doing so, they saw a pulsing red light flash across the sky and then crash down. 3 of the boys ran to go get one of the boys' mom to then go check it out. The dog followed. When they neared the area where the thing crashed, they saw a 10-foot-tall Frankenstein-like monster. That's how they described it. Even the dog was afraid and ran away from it. Apparently this...
A 12-foot-tall Frankenstein monster? How do you do that? I mean, $12-foot. If it's a 12-foot like Frankenstein monster, then it's not an alien. It's a monster. Um. Okay. Just continue the story. Maybe they'll explain how this is an alien.
This monster had blood red eyes, a green face, and it glowed. It even had claws. One of the boys was so afraid he actually peed his pants. I mean, it would sound fishy if it was just a group of boys that claimed to see a UFO, an alien, but then, like, the mom saw it too and verifies that this story is true. And in our number one spot, we
Oh. Okay. Oh, man. Mom saw it too, huh? Ooh. Next time, Mom, you need to break out that Kodak. Take out that Kodak. Bring out the pictures. I don't know. It probably was at a time where we didn't have a flip phone or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But you have those situations, Ma. I know you're scared, but before you run, just take a quick pick. Just quick pick before you run. Quick pick and run. Pick, run. Pick, run. In and out. All right. Back to it.
have the Berkshire's UFO. This undoubtedly is the most mysterious and scariest UFO sighting and encounter on this list. On September 1st, 1969, something happened that changed the lives of multiple people in Berkshire County forever. So on that day, a bunch of people claimed to have seen a number of strange lights. Some people even claim that they were abducted by this bright light, or randomly time passed and they don't know what happened for the hours lost. One of the people that witnessed this was Melanie Kirchdorfer. That night, her and her family went to a Dairy Queen to get ice cream. Then they went to a nearby lake. While her father backed into the parking lot at the lake, a strange aura came around the car. They don't remember much after that, but Melanie remembers being levitated and then being on a spaceship. Another man named Tom Warner remembers being...
You're having ice cream, a bright red light came around them. She remembers being levitated and then coming to on a spaceship. Okay. Where was her picture? Where was her Kodak? No, I'm just joking.
on the spaceship as well, and remember seeing Melanie beside him. Before that, they never even knew each other. That same night, Jane and her friend Mary were driving home when they saw several bright lights in front of them. Her and a couple of the other cars actually pulled over because the lights were so bright that they couldn't see where they were driving. When they got out of their car, they saw a huge object floating over the road in front of them. And many other people also shared several stories from that night as well. So it's quite creepy that many people came forward, all random individuals with no relation to each other, but had such similar stories. What do you guys think about this list? Do you believe in aliens? Let me know in the comments below. And now I'm going to move on to the comment shout-out portion. I'll be shouting out comments from the video, Top 10 Places Scarier Than Area 51. It was a marathon video. Kabila Zahara commented, 3% of people...
Okay. Alrighty. That was a nice one right there. Let's see. All right. That was pretty cool. I'll be sure to put the description down to this video down and put the credentials of this video down in the description down below. And you guys like this, make sure to share. Come check back. I'm trying to get on another live stream for you cats more regularly. Yeah, make sure you guys add me to your Twitter, add me to your Instagram, and also your the rest of the grams, contacts, all that stuff, all of them. No, but if you have Twitter, Instagram, go ahead and add me there. It's at Nick Newson. It's information is also down in the description down below. And make sure to give this video a like and hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell, and come and check back here on this channel because I like to be putting these videos out, and I'll be putting a lot more out here soon. I know you guys are really wanting more music videos, more music reactions, and I got those coming. I promise I do. And I would have did a lot more of them today, but I didn't get too many reactions. Excuse me, I didn't get too many requests from you guys here live in the live. So maybe next time. But that's it for now. I'm gonna be heading out of here. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for hanging out with your boy. I'll see you here soon. All right. Cool. Peace.